What's up YouTube, Zabas of the Water here, bringing you a Little Cup battle with my 5th generation Little Cup team. Looking at my opponent's team, it is full of threats. You've got Ponyta, you've got Machop, you've got Chinchou, you've got Ghastly, you've got Ferroseed. Ferroseed, completely defensive, hazards, sometimes can stall. Ghastly, which is a known special attacker, which rivals that of Abra, just not quite as fast, just a little bit slower. Chinchou can pretty much do anything it wants. It could be defensive, it can be a Scarfer, really, it can do anything, except be a physical attacker. Ponyta, which actually has the highest base stat total in Little Cup, and Machop with no guard and dynamic punch is always a serious threat. But enough with that, let's get to it. So today my battle is against my friend RexEncholada, who we set up this battle through Skype, and this is actually a team he and I made together, well, more like I made for him, but we decided just to test it out and see how it would do. So he's going to start off with his Ferroseed, and right off the bat, fearing, I'm guessing, the Brick Break, he switches into his Chinchou as I go for the Stealth Rock, and he goes for the Ice Beam, predicting probably my switch into Drill Burr, predicting his Volt Switch or something, but, you know, it's not going to happen. So now he goes for Hydro Pump. I switch into my Fake Jelly, knowing that I could probably take the Hydro or Water-type move, because I figured that's what he'd go for after he went for Ice Beam. He switches into his Ferroseed, because I switch into my Manicurist and pull a double into my Bambi, wow, I can't remember what its name is right now. Deerling, there we go. And I get the Sap Slipper boost, which is nice, and I go for a Jump Kick, and I knew the Protect had to be there. I couldn't remember what these sets were that I helped him make, because this was a while ago, but I knew that he'd have to Protect, so I don't know why I still went for it knowing he'd have that. But I decided to go for the Bounce from now on, as he switches back into his Ferroseed, and, you know, it should still do quite a bit of damage, even with, even though it's part Steel and defensive. Because, you know, I've got my Sap Slipper boost. He switches into his Purple Swag, his Ghastly, as I just go for another Bounce. And he's just gonna pull another switch into his Ferroseed. Now, this thing is taking some pretty good damage. And on this one, I actually get the Paralysis, which is very nice. But at the same time, I'm taking Iron Barb Recoil, which is not nice. He gets the full Paralysis on this one. I go for a Bounce, which misses, unfortunate, as he goes for a Gyro Ball. But it wouldn't have mattered if I miss, or if I hit it, because at that range, I think he could take one unless I got a crit. So now I switch into my Mini-Zord, go for the Drain Punch, and I don't know if he knew I carried the Drain Punch, otherwise he might have switched out, but yeah, I take it out and that works out pretty well. He switches into his Purple Swag, his Ghastly, and not wanting to take a Shadow Ball or anything, I'm going to switch out into my Manicurist, who I actually remember this set very well because this is one of my more infamous sets. It goes for Substitute, and then it has Shadow Ball with Hidden Power Fighting, and it also has Sucker Punch. So I go into my Manicurist, go for the Shadow Claw just to break this up, go into my Squirt because I know I can take a hit, Shell Smash, and then Aqua Jet. So I go for the Shell Smash, and with my Oranberry I would have been absolutely fine. And I would have been able to outspeed his Sucker Punch with my Aqua Jet. So he switches into his Chinchou, I go for the Earthquake, and it had no chance of surviving. Because I don't run the standard set with my Squirt, I just go with Aqua Jet as a Water Stab with Rock Slide and Earthquake. So he switches into his Karate, his Machop, and he is Scarfed. He goes for the Dynamic Punch, I switch in my Mini-Zord. I guess he predicts another switch or something, because I go for the Ice Punch. I actually freeze him, which is remarkable. And I'm just going to go for the Rock Polish on next turn. He's going to switch out into his Goldie, his Pineco, as I continue to go for Ice Punches because I keep predicting the Ghastly switch in. And because my other two hits are resisted, I'm going to keep going for these Ice Punches. I know I could run Rock Slide instead, but I really find that this set works. It really does. He switches into Epona, which goes down to an Earthquake, no problem. He switches into his Purple Swag now, and here comes that Sucker Punch. Look how much damage that does. It wasn't meant for a KO things, but mostly revenge kill. So I go for the Ice Punch, it knocks him out, which is fantastic. He switches into his Karate, which is still frozen. I don't know why I went for the Ice Punch here. I should have just gone for the Drain Punch and finished it. But regardless, he's still frozen. I go for the Drain Punch and knock him out, and that is the end of the battle. Thanks for that battle, Rex, and I'm pretty sure we can call that team a success. So, today's talk of the day. I want to ask you guys a question. I guess we can just kind of put it as a poll. Question is, do you guys want me to do 6th generation Wi-Fi battles? Because I'm telling you right now, if I do, it's probably going to cost me. I'm not sure exactly what I have to do right now, but I can always figure it out later. Right now, what I want to know is, do you guys want me to do 6th gen battles? So leave your answers in the comment below, and I will see you guys next time. Like that video? Why don't you hit the like button or maybe subscribe to my channel? Or better yet, check out the artists who make this all possible.